man. So, what advice would you offer for those man who are looking to figure out what college to go to figure out what college is best for them? What kind of
Mm.
advice would you give to those individuals?
I would say, I mean, of course, like we always say, do your research, you know.
Facts. You got to.
So if you don't just go to the college because you hear the name all the time, you know, like you see the name, you see that name on people cars, or you see that college name on a billboard. Don't just go to that college because you see it everywhere. Go to that college because you feel like you are going to make something of yourself there. You
Yeah.
know, I tell students, of course, you know, does the college got your major? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel like you have a sense of belonging on this campus right
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
I always say that, of course, but make sure you choose a school that is going to give you the necessary resources to make you be a better you. Don't just go there because your friends are going there. Don't just go there because they say that 99% of our student graduates are getting jobs. I mean, that's wonderful. That's great, of course. But I ain't gonna lie, every college is gonna have something like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so find that school that you know is a perfect fit for you. And I tell students too before they even think about college or think about what school to choose. I tell them, I'm like, what are your goals professionally? What do you want to do professionally? And sometimes what they tell me, I'm like, okay, you don't even need college.
It's real though.
All you just need is like a little certification,
Certificate.
and that's it. That's all you need. And then they look at me like, oh, really? I thought I need college for. I said, no, you don't. You don't. You don't need that. I mean, that's what society is making it seem like you need college to be successful. But based off what you tell me, like for an example, based off what you tell me, you're trying to be a mechanic. Yeah, you don't need college for that. Just get your little training when it comes to automotive technician, and that's all you need.
It's real though. I agree. I'm with you.
So I always tell students think about what they want to do professionally and just go from there.
Is it all right if I
And
ask you two more questions? Is
yeah,
that
man,
cool?
go ahead. Yeah, go
Let
ahead.
me ask you this, man. From a choosing a major, what kind of advice would you give for those who are in the process of choosing a major or a minor?
Man, my main thing is do not rush to choose a major or a minor. I think a
It's
lot of
true.
students tend to rush to get into a major because
Mm-hmm.
they feel like that's what they need to major in just so they can go to medical school or so they can, get a job in Bank of America.
Yeah.
I tell students, it is okay to go into college being an undeclared student, you know. Um, just because you could take that first year to take courses in different disciplines to figure out which discipline is going to be the best one for you. And I also tell students too, when it comes to a major or minor, choose something that you have a passion of learning, because when it comes to college, it's a lot of reading, it's writing, presenting, group project. If you don't love what you're learning, you're not going to be motivated to do the work.
Yeah.
So please go find a major or a minor that you have a sincere passion for, or that you're really interested. Like, I really want to know more about anthropology. Like I hear about it, but I don't know what it is. And first, take that course. And if you still want to know more about it, then maybe you could consider doing a minor in
Mm-hmm.
anthropology or a major in anthropology, just because you have a curious mind.
Yeah.
So, and I think that right there, just don't rush into it. Definitely trying to process like, okay, ultimately professionally I want to be a doctor, but I talk to people who are doctors, to figure out like, do I have to major in something science related, or can I major in psychology and just have my concentration be pre-med, so that way I can focus on the courses that I have a passion for, but also focus on the courses I need for medical school.
No
So
doubt.
yeah.
Hey, prayer, man. Prayer helps too. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Ask
Yes.
God for clarity. What is your will for my life?
Mm-hmm.
Utilizing, like you said earlier, man, utilizing the resources like you guys. Go
Mm-hmm.
to you guys as
Yes.
academic advisors, man. This is my goal. What can I do to get there? Right.
Right.
Another thing I would recommend too, bro. Don't choose a major solely for the salary.
Right.
There's so many doctors that got money, but
Yeah.
next thing you know, it's so time consuming that it's
Yeah.
so difficult for families to stick together
Or like you
because
said, they got
it,
money, and kind of what you said at the end, they depressed.
real depressed. Lawyers, being a
Yes.
lawyer, if you're not mentally strong enough
Mm-hmm.
to handle that, because there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of emotional stress that's
It
with that,
is.
man. Right. And so if you're not emotionally there, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Truly, really, truly be led by God in that, bro, for real. Now, mind you, let's be honest, you have to pay your bills, you have to pay your student loans,
Right.
but there's a certain balance. And so definitely take advantage of that. Let me ask you this, man. One last thing.
Yeah, of course.
Looking to find the career path that you're looking to go into, how do you transition from, obviously you chose your major and those type of things, you've graduated, but how do you transition into the workforce, finding the right, getting into finding that right job?
Man, I think it's so important now. I wish I would have done this in undergrad. Definitely, I feel like I said this a lot, but because I do this a lot. Self reflect, self reflect, and I guess me self reflecting is actually me taking the time spending with Jesus. You know,
Yeah.
me like sitting down and reading His Word, but also just having a conversation with Him. You know, just talking to Him, just be like, okay, God, I want to do this career field, but I don't know. You don't know how to even get to it. You know, I'm confused, and then that's when
Hmm.
God give me His signs and signals. Be like, okay, maybe talk to somebody in this field, and then if I don't know anybody in this field, maybe ask somebody that might know somebody in this field. But definitely though, now after you self reflect and process, okay, I'm about to approach. I'm in college. How can I find that job directly after college? I always tell students, boy, please get an internship. Do internships with an S. Okay, don't just do one. Do internships. Now, most programs, I know some of the programs I advise for, they have an internship built into the curriculum, which is fantastic. But don't just wait for that one internship. Do multiple internships, and it could be an internship that is not directly related to your major. It could be something that is for your church. It could be something for a
Yep.
nonprofit organization, because you don't know what kind of skills you're going to gain from that internship that could be transferred to your actual career field of choice.
Yep.
So do an internship, and then also those internships will also expand your networking circle. So
It's
please
true.
do an internship, because a lot of these companies, boy, they want to see so much professional experience on your resume. And then when students, when they graduate, the only thing they got on there is, oh, I was a tour guide for 4 years. Okay. All right. The,
Right.
the, the employer is going to be like, okay, you are great at public speaking, but what else can you do? All
What
right.
else can you do? Right. Right.
And I actually seen a lot of students now that that's the reason why, you know, grad schools become more popular, because when they do graduate from college, they don't have enough professional experience on their resume and they can't find a job. So they're like, okay, I don't have no experience on my resume. I might as well just go to grad school, because
Right.
I
Right. Right.
mean, yeah, I mean, that's the only best option for me right at this moment. Because if I
Right.
apply for a job at Bank of America, they're not gonna hire me because I don't have none of the skills that they're looking for. That's on my resume.
Right.
So let me just go to grad school, be in school, for another 2 years, or 2 to 3 years, take out more loans, whatever, and and then maybe try to find a job or shoot for a job after grad school. But definitely, I always tell students, do an internship. But before doing an internship, always self reflect to figure out, okay, what kind of internship would I like to do? Um, do I want to do something in my field, or do I want to do something
Yeah.
outside of my field? And what type of setting that I want to be in for my internship as well. So, yeah, that's
And
going to
another
help.
thing too, be open. Be
Yes.
open, bro. You got to be open to taking on an unpaid internship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to be open to that, bro. Got to be open to that. Job fairs.
Yes.
That's a big one.
Those career fairs are important.
Yes, yes, man. And then and you said it, I said it as well, man. Taking advantage of resources. Again,
Mhm.
a lot of schools that you attend, especially in college, has a career center or career professional development
Yes, they
department,
do.
right? So being able to utilizing those resources is important too. Ask those questions. Hey,
Right.
can I how can I go about doing that in the field, doing a particular thing in this particular field, getting a LinkedIn profile.
Yes.
That's how you build your network.
Well,
You know what I'm
that's how you
saying?
market yourself. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.